Hi there. In this series, we're going to be going over how to help prepare horses for veterinary appointments and some basic medical care. We'll be showing some ways to condition taking their temperature, eye care, administering oral medications, and injections. There's some key things to know before delving into these videos. The horses you'll be seeing are fairly advanced in their positive reinforcement training. They have already learned necessary foundations, being solid on the bridge signal, default position, targeting, stay, and they're highly engaged in playing the game. It's always a good idea to be sure that they're invested in engaging in the training with you before you begin to work on behaviors that may be concerning or uncomfortable for them. If we immediately introduce something like injections, which may be difficult for some horses, they could potentially pair the training with this aversive thing they don't really like doing. We can end up poisoning the training this way if we are not careful. So we want to stress that the foundation should be solid and there should always be a focus on relaxation and keeping things fun for our learner before we start working on counter conditioning something that may be aversive to them. Also remember to keep mixing things up, keep your sessions short, give them breaks and chances to engage in more favored behaviors throughout your counter conditioning of these more difficult ones. Another thing that can be really helpful before you get started is to create a training plan. Here's just one little example of what a training plan could look like. It's essentially meant to help you break down a behavior into the smallest steps or successive approximations. This is just a rough outline and most likely will need to be altered as you go. You may find your horse flies through the steps more easily than you anticipated, or you might find that you need to break down the steps into even smaller pieces. This is totally okay, as training is both a science and an art, and there is no one-size-fits-all plan that will work for every individual.